Hi guys, Amar here. Let's get right into it. So, very recently, I've come across an EA called the Get Funded EA. And now, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I am not a fan of using EAs in my trading. I much prefer manual trading, evaluating kind of support and resistance, and generally like all that kind of good stuff. However, this EA really caught my eye because the creator of this EA posts daily results that he is making about 1% on a funded account. So, I think he trades on a 100K funded account. That might just be a demo for himself. He says that he has multiple accounts that he likes to trade on, and so he's showing consistently 1%, one to much higher than that, 1 to 1.5, 2% returns every single day. So on a 100K account, that's about $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, etc. So that's his channel right here, Get Forex Funded. So I found this EA on one of my bootleg websites. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up somewhere here. So I found it there. Again, there are thousands of EAs, right? Which most of them are completely bogus. I would think 95% of them just don't work out of the box the way it should. So this one made me curious. I'm like, all right, fine. Let me see if I can reach out to the creator, see what he's all about. So luckily, he has like a YouTube channel where he's posting videos pretty much at least once every week or something. But on his Telegram channel is where he actually posts a lot of this stuff. And to get access to his Telegram channel, you just have to click on any of these videos, and then in the description itself, he will have all the links that you need. So if I pull up his Telegram, so that's his channel over here, the Get Forex Funded channel, and like I said, every day he's posting results. So let's jump to May 25th, which is I believe Thursday of this week, and so then every day then he's going to be posting results. So for example, trade number one, he's taking this trade number two, trade number three, and so on and so forth. Like he takes about 25 to 30 trades every day, but as you can tell, I mean, most of these trades are pretty substantial, so you can stop at any time. He just likes to, I believe, aim for that at least at 1%, which he hits. So he hit that, for example, on this day, and so there you go. So 1% a day. That's his little thing. And okay, so then you continue to trade, and I think he made a lot more money after that as well on this day. So he made about like north of 2 to 3% or something. So that's pretty great. And then if I jump to the next day, which is the May 26th, so that's the Friday. So again, same thing. Trade number one, two, three, all the way down. Again, I'm not going to like you can run through it yourself, and he does this every single day. So yeah, like there you're 1.5%. So that was so just seeing his Telegram channel made me really curious. I'm like, all right, so this is an EA creator who's actually trading a strategy, and he's posting videos on YouTube, and he's got a Telegram channel. All right, let me reach out to him. So then I reached out to him. So his name is Chris Douglas, and he's from the UK. So I just want to know what is he charging for this? How does it actually work? So I kind of reached out to him a little bit. And so then he kind of told me that this is about three EAs that he uses at the same time, where he's able to generate this 1%. And now stick around, because I'm going to tell you, can you actually do this as well, or is this something very special to him? So so I'll give you my thoughts on that, because I actually paid for this. So so let's continue. So he says that he's won the last 178 out of the last 180 winning days. So since October, he's been trading this EA. And this is actually the Oracle EA that he uses, but in his own variation. And the Oracle EA, I believe, is a very popular EA. I've demo tested I demo traded it once, or tested it. I didn't really find it that special. However, I wanted to see kind of what his approach is. Maybe he can make the use the EA in a special format. So right here, he's basically telling me that it makes about $1,000 daily on 100K accounts. It's a funded account, and the cost of this entire trading system is 400 British pounds. So 400 pounds, again, you'll have to convert it into your own currency, but in Canadian dollars at the time, it was about close to 700, the Canadian dollars, about 680 or something like that. So anyways, I ended up paying for that. And then he says about 1.5 to 2 solid hours live with me on the charts, and I'll kind of get you going. All right. So he says that it works on any account bigger than $500. So that's kind of what I want to ask him. Can it be used on a smaller account? He says yes. And then he says that you can go to any of these, and then ask him, can it work with any broker? And he says they're both good, no problem with either of the broker. Like for example, the Funded Trader program, my Funded FX. So I think any broker that allows you to use EAs or any program, I think you can use it there. So I'm like, all right, fine, perfect. So then he told me, all right, great. This is how you can pay me, for example. And he says, either PayPal or his own account. So I'm like, all right. So I'll show you actually that I did actually pay him. So there you go. You sent 400 British pounds. So as you saw above, I did actually pay him. I just kind of cut out a lot of this stuff because I had my personal email addresses there. But here you go. So so I booked myself in. Again, you have to book him, book yourself into a slot after you paid. He takes maybe only 2 people a day, so he's making good money. He's basically in his calendar is essentially full, and so so that's kind of how it goes. And he trains from Monday to Friday and at these times. So I'm like, all right, fine. Like, yeah. So like, and he'll like, like he will say, like he will email you an NDA, and so and you have to kind of go to the NDA and basically like a non-disclosure agreement, just that you don't end up sharing this stuff everywhere, like publicly. And after that, then. Anyway, so we did all that, and then he also has a VIP group, which he gives you free access to, and I think that costs about £49. Like, and he like he makes the offer at the end if you want, and he gives you a 7-day free trial for that. So great. So how does the system actually work? So I got him to set this up on my VPS, and so he likes to trade nearly all the forex pairs or all the major ones, and on the 1 minute chart, and then essentially then he has a very specific way that that you can have to show up and trade these like trade these systems, and then he uses different kind of EAs to actually kind of monitor the trade. Okay, so now let's get into like, can this actually work for you, right? Okay, so the pitch is great. Can this actually work for you? Can you actually make the 1%? Chris himself is a very he's got a very sharp mind. He's a very good trader. He's very meticulous with what he's doing. Does that mean that are you that meticulous with what you are doing? Can you actually stick with the rules? Can you actually follow what he's saying? Because this is actually a manual trading system where he uses the EAs primarily to manage the trade, to get into the trade and actually manage the trade. However, the actual trade trigger you will have to do. So using this strategy, you will actually get alerts using his indicators. I won't just share them here publicly, but like basically they will flash alerts. You will have to then look at the trade, evaluate if this is a good trade quickly enough, and then enter the EA for a trigger buy or a trigger sell, and then you will use a manage EA to manage the trade for you, and then you can walk away. So that's kind of how he does it. So so he trades primarily from about 7 a.m. UK time to about 9 a.m. UK time. He says that's great. So that's about 2 to 4 a.m. for us, like in Canada, or at least Eastern Standard Time, that is. And so he's very meticulous in what he's doing. So if you're looking for a purely EA traded strategy, meaning plug and play, you put it in and then you walk away, this is not it. So this is not that type of EA. This is essentially him having taken an EA that already exists and then using his own trading knowledge. I think he has over 25 years of trading experience. And the trading strategy is not that difficult. It's actually very basic, but he's just using it in a very certain way, and that is his own way. And he's very meticulous about when he's actually entering a trade. And so then he'll basically take so the trade will trigger an alert on your MT4, and then you have to take a look at it, see if this see if it suits you, and then take a trade. So maybe about out of every 10 trade triggers on the 1 minute, that is, you might be taking 1 to 2 of those trade triggers. Okay, and then he will kind of walk you through where he doesn't take more than 3 to 4% risk per day just for his account, and that's how he's able to hit that 178 consecutive, or I think generally consecutive days of winning trades of 1%. So that's pretty interesting in and of itself. But just want to make sure that kind of what you're getting yourself into, that this is not a fully traded EA. It is a 80% manual system, 20% EA managing the rest of the trade, the actual execution of the trade, and managing your trade for you. So that's actually what it is. And he's very meticulous. He likes to trade the 1 minute. So I personally don't like to trade the 1 minute, but I'm open to trying out different trading strategies. I might actually try it on the 5 minute across the board and see if it makes any much difference. Maybe I can take fewer trades than he does. He likes to take over 20 trades over a 2-hour period, and he's obviously at that point really stuck to his charts and trading. So if you like that type of trading strategy, then this is absolutely an interesting one for you. He does have a VIP group where they're always kind of trying and testing new variations, but that's kind of like the overall gist of the trading system. So it's £400, and then he will actually get on a call with you, a Google Meet call with you for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Very nice person to speak to, very knowledgeable about trading. He is an elderly gentleman. I think he's close to 60, but he's very knowledgeable there. Knows what he's doing, very sharp, and the fact that he's actually making so much money just training people every day. He's book solid. But actually I didn't find a lot of review videos on what he does. So I wanted to create this video just so that you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, because because there is a cost involved here, and you should know that that this is also his business model, is to actually also train people, and he makes good money just training people as well. And then of course then the trading angle comes in, which he trades, I believe, for the 2 hours a day or whatever it is. However, his trading strategy, because he's only trading the 1 minute, you can actually trade it anytime you want. Whether you want to trade the UK session, the New York session, the Asia session, you can absolutely find 1 or 2 entries every I would think every 15 to 30 minutes, absolutely. And yeah, and that's kind of how it looks like. So just want to give you an idea kind of how that was all set up. And then of course he does have a VIP group at the end, a link there. And so if I quickly jump back onto his YouTube channel, so definitely run through his YouTube videos. It looks very, very interesting. But just kind of know what you are getting yourself into, and if you actually like this approach as to how I've explained it over here. So that being said, I will absolutely be trying it out. This is the first video from me just to introduce the system to you if you don't know what it is. And I will be giving you, hopefully I'll make a future video in another week or two with my results and see if I can actually come close to making what he's doing. I don't believe I will. But that being said, if I can even make it into some type of 0.5%, whatever it is per day, then that's great. I'll try different variations, the M5 or the 1 minute, and I'll try both and kind of see how it goes. And he treats a bit too many pairs for me. I'll see if I can maybe cut that down into a few. Like I said, I don't like trading that many pairs. I much prefer trading a bit more bigger size and fewer trades and getting into hopefully better entries there. So I'm going to stop this video here before it carries on too long. That being said, take a look at his YouTube channel, take a look at his Telegram. Feel free to reach out to me or drop in the comments and how you're doing. I will be trial testing his VIP group as well, see if there's anything useful there. And yeah, and I'll get back to you hopefully next week with some results. Thank you guys, and see you in the next